Hey, visionaries! You are now tuned in to the Starts with a Vision podcast, where everything you do in life starts with a vision. If your vision is clear or foggy, you are in the right place. It's time to go take what's yours, because there's a vision only you can see, and a dream only you can dream. And now, your host, Mr. Starts with a Vision.
What is going on, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, aka Mr. Starts with the Vision, and this is episode 314 of the Starts with the Vision podcast. And you already know, man, we got amazing lineup today. We got amazing guests. We about to make it happen. This whole week has been amazing. This whole week is going to continue to be amazing. Next week and the week after and the week after and the week after. So today is episode 314. Man, I can't believe it's 314. But it's going, it's happened, and we're still going to continue to go and go and go. So we're going to hop into the quote of the day, of course, and then we're going to hop into the topic of the day. And today's topic of the day is very important. But before that, you already know, I want you to shoot me a text message. Shoot me a text message at 678-841-7928. If you want to get on a waiting list for something that is coming out that very few people are going to have, then shoot me a text message at 678-841-7928. I don't even want to tell you what it's going to be yet. If you want to find out what it is, then shoot me a text message, 678-841-7928. And you will know what it is, and then we'll go from there. I want to keep this a surprise and a mystery. So, with that being said, the quote of the day is, "Your lack of resources do not determine my value." Woo! Let me say that one more time. Your lack of resources do not determine my value. So, I was at a conference not too long ago. I was at a Lisa Nichols conference. Lisa Nichols, if you don't know, is the same woman. She's amazing. But she was on this movie called The Secret. Now, if you're not familiar with The Secret, okay, what it is it's a movie about the law of attraction. If you are not familiar with the law of attraction is a mindset, okay? And it is basically saying whatever you put your focus on in this world, you will be able to attract and manifest into your physical life. So I remember the first time that I met Lisa was on that movie. She was on that movie. And ever since then, I followed her a little bit, but I was familiar with her. And I was able to go to a conference last week. And so we did a VIP day. And she was speaking at the VIP day. And she was talking about pricing. And she said a lot of times people charge less than what they're worth because of what people are saying and trying to say about them and all these other things. And what she said was, you tell that person or you tell these people, if somebody ever tells you that your prices are too high, or they get mad and say, I can't afford you, and they try to, make you sound bad and make you feel bad about whatever it is, this is what you say to them. Your lack of resources do not determine my value. Man. When I heard that, I couldn't breathe almost. That right there hit me so deep. Because if you are a service provider, you're an entrepreneur, you provide a service, and people get mad when you say their price or whatever it is, this is a perfect response. Because someone else not being able to afford you does not determine how valuable you are. So definitely know that, remember that. Because that right there is a huge mindset shift. A huge mindset shift. So that right there is the quote of the day. Now we're about to hop into the topic of the day as well. So what I wanted to talk about is, you cannot do this thing alone. So I want to, give you some examples. So I did an event about 3 weeks ago, okay? 3 weeks ago. Did an event. Did the event in DC. So I'm going to tell you about this. A few months prior to this event, I met someone through the internet. And I liked what she was doing. She was doing some great things. And from there, what happened was we just continued to build a relationship. So we built a relationship, and we built a relationship, and we built a relationship. And we got pretty cool. And so I did an event in DC. Now, before I did this event in DC, I did an event in Dallas because I did a tour. And on the event in Dallas, I didn't know what I was doing. It was very, amateurish. This was one of my first events. I was just taking action because I went on tour. If you guys remember, I went on tour. So then what happens is I meet her and we're talking, and she volunteers to help me with this event in DC. So I say, okay, cool. So she starts to help me. She doesn't ask for anything, any money or anything like that. She just, offers value because I've given her value. And then what happens is she really helped me put this event together. She gave me so much knowledge and advice on things and how I should do things and how I should structure the event. The fact that I need more speakers. So she spoke at the event with 2 other people, amazing people, and all these things. And so what happens after that is that day at the event, it was about 16 people who were registered. And what happened was so many people loved it. The people who did attend, we had live streams and we had people in person. The people who attended loved it. And a group of about 12 people who showed up, we did $8,000 in sales. $8,000 in sales that day, in one day. Now, I didn't do this on my own, and I could not have done this on my own. And it blew my mind, the power of collaborations, of reaching out to somebody, being receptive to help, right? All these different things. And so then it just hit me. And I just realized, you cannot do it on your own. When you do things on your own, or you try to do things on your own, here's what happens. You start to burn out. You start to get overwhelmed because you're taking on everything around you, and you're taking on things that do not stimulate your genius. They don't stimulate your best self. And you're working your weaknesses more than you're working your strengths. And when you're not working your strengths, you're not happy. So all these different things, stimulated me in a different way. And I said, damn, I can't do this on my own. And then when I went to this conference, this Lisa Nichols conference last week, she was on stage with her coach. And she's been with her coach for some years now. Literally some years. And all this happens, and I'm realizing all this stuff, and it continues to hit me. You cannot do this alone. You cannot do this alone. Michael Jordan had a coach, a mental coach, mental toughness coach, mental conditioning coach. That's why he was so great. Kobe Bryant, the same thing. These great players and athletes, they have coaches on the outside as well. They're not just great because they wake up and say, I'm a basketball player, or I'm a football player, or I'm a golfer. They are great because they have someone else in their ear holding them accountable, pushing them and making sure they accomplish what it is that they say that they want to accomplish. So what makes you different in the business realm? Nothing at all. So I say that to say, if you do not have a coach, if you do not have somebody holding you accountable for anything, you are wrong. Because people need people to hold them accountable. People need people to push them. How do you know that you need to be pushed if nobody is pushing you? How do you know what you can accomplish if nobody is pushing you to accomplish more? You and your life would benefit so much if you got a coach or you got somebody to push you. I can promise you and I can guarantee you that. You cannot do this on your own. Millionaires, multi-millionaires have coaches, have people and things that they invest into to make them better and ensure that they can keep it. People invest in financial coaches all the time. All the time. So I want to say, if you do not have a coach, you need to get one immediately because it will help you and it will shape you and it will continue to push you over the top and become such a better person, such a more polished person. So that is today's episode. Know that you cannot do this thing alone. If you are trying to do this thing alone, you're going to be burnt out, you're going to be miserable, you're going to be depressed, sad, frustrated, and angry. So go find a coach, go find somebody who's going to hold you accountable and push you and help you become the best version of yourself. And with that being said, that's today's episode. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your attention. And I will talk to you on the next show.
Thanks for listening to the Starts with a Vision podcast. Come get your vision clear at www.startswithavision.com. See you there.